So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make stonks in Krunker. You might know me from trading my way up from absolutely nothing to a frostbite, and also trading up from nothing to an antimatter in a very short span of time. So I've spent a lot of time trading in this game, and I have a little bit of advice I can give you guys, because I've had this question asked so much in my Twitch chat. Hello everybody, my name of course is KashyKans, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So I get questions every single day on my Twitch asking me how to trade, and people asking me if I can make a video on it, so here it is. If you want to come say hello, I'm live on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/Kashy. Yes, just Kashy. I killed Kashy KK. If you want to come say hi, ask any questions, feel free, roll through. Also, use code Kashy in the Krunker shop, join the Discord, all that good shit. Links in the description. Love you guys. Okay, so the first piece of advice I'm going to give you, and probably the stupidest piece of advice, but it literally just means the most, is learning the market. Learn what's up, learn what season the item came out, learn the general price of that item, learn the rarity of it, meaning how many are in circulation, and know the demand of the item. This cannot just be a thing that you can go out and learn. This is something you learn from experience and trading a lot and watching people trade, and just generally knowing what people want in terms of items. For example, 2 observers is the same price as a Corolla, if not slightly more, but a Corolla would be way more valued and way more demanded than 2 observers would be, as the roller is an unobtainable, and there's however many there are in circulation compared to the observer. This is not always the case though. Sometimes rarity doesn't mean demand. For example, the golden egg, there's like 51 of them in the game, but it only goes for like 200k now. It goes for nothing, and no one trades them, no one sells them, no one wants them. It's an ugly golden back bling. Also, any prices I mentioned in this video, take them all with a grain of salt, because prices change, everything's inflating, everything's going up. So if I say that the Corolla's now worth 550k, maybe by the time you're watching this video it's like 1 million. I don't fucking know. Prices have been absolutely crazy recently. KR inflation is a real thing. Trade ups are your best friend. Whenever you're trading, you always want to be trading up. Unless you don't have a lot of items to trade, you always want to be trading up. For example, trading 5 relics into 1 contra. Even if you're not making stonks off that trade, you could get more from that 1 contra than you could for the 5 relics. So if you gave like 5 relic knives for like a relic AK that's worth like 30k, that's maybe not stonks. If they're like 5k each, I don't know. Add it up, I don't do maths. Even if it's the same value as that 1 contra, that's still really good, because you're trading up into 1 contra, and more likely not only is that contra going to be just 1 item that you could trade and get more for, that contra is probably going to be more desired than those 5 relics that you have. Okay, tip number 3. I think everyone knows this if you trade it for more than a day, but do not look at the estimated prices, look at the last sold. What I mean by this is when you're trading, it will tell you, hey, this item's estimated worth is like 17k. But then you go and check what it last sold for, and it last sold for like 300k, and you could have got scamazed and lost a shit ton of profit. Don't look at estimates, always check what the item last sold for. Look for patterns, look for if the item's going up, look for if the item's going down. Mainly items you want to look for, vaulted items and items from last season, but I'll go over that a little bit later in this video. Okay, so a little bit of a controversial thing. Something that I've found actually kind of beneficial in trading is sometimes overpaying is a good thing. So paying 50k in like 10 different items, which is trading up, as I previously mentioned, but the item's only worth 45k. Technically you're losing 5k here, but then you could go and get, say, 60k for that item if you find the right person that wants the item, or it's tradable, or if it's desired, or if it's vaulted, or if it's going up in price. So sometimes overpaying for the long term can actually be more beneficial than not taking the trade, because you don't want to lose a couple thousand KR now. It's all about, and it all comes down to the first tip I gave, which is learning the market, learning what's up, what season it came out, general price, blah 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 blah. Okay, so kind of tying into the last one, you want to invest in vaulted or high demand items. So examples of these are the egg tamer. When the egg tamer came out during Easter, it was going for about 60k, and this item was just bound to be exclusive, rare, and just really desired, mainly because 1, it's contraband, 2, there was only a few in circulation as it was only released during the Easter event, and 3, it is a very unique back bling. Unique items tend to do really well in this game. So for example, for the longest time, this was the only item and the only back bling in the game that would move and like spin around. So that's gonna kind of want to be desired. That's the same thing with like bits. When bits came out, it was the only, it was fairly unique, but the reason the hype died down on it fairly quickly is because there was already the planetarium out in the game that was only going for like 40k, so the bits wasn't super unique. But if like a unique wearable piece comes out, most of the time it's gonna go for a lot. Same thing if they release any kind of like remodels of guns, especially like obviously the unobs, so disintegrator and antimatter. But if they ever release like a contra and it's a redesign, then I would say try and get it as early as possible, but don't overpay on the hype. Sometimes items will come out, there'll be a lot of hype, they'll go for a lot, and then they'll fall off. So if you're going for new items, my recommendation is to ride the hype. Try and get it low, and try and flip that item before more of them get unboxed and the hype goes down on it. For example, I got one of the new headpieces, the green one, I think it's called the Ravatron. I got it for like 20k, I ended up getting like, I put it in an egg tamer trade, and I said it was 100k, because there was only like 4 of them in the game. Exerno wasn't trading it, Techie wasn't trading it, and one of the other guys was someone in my chat, so no one else was trading this headpiece. Rare doesn't always mean good. For example, the golden egg, as I said, only 51 in the game, no one wants a stupid golden relic back bling, ugly as fuck, no one cares, 200k dead item. So make sure you're using the new features, so the owners list. If there's an item that you want, then use the owners list to find like stupid 9-year-olds that you can go and scam, so you can just go and offer them like 20k for that antimatter and they might accept. Use the owners list. The people at the bottom of that list are the people that have just gotten that item, whether they traded for it or they unboxed it. Usually you can tell when someone's either unboxed an item or they've traded for it, mainly based off if they're in a clan, if they're active in the game, and if they've got an inventory, they probably traded for it. You know someone's unboxed the item if they are like level 20 or 30 and they only have like legendaries and then they have like a fucking disintegrator. Like then you know he's just went and unboxed that. The main items you want to look for when trading. So you want to be looking for AKs, snipers, and wearables. What I mean by wearables is cosmetics. Sorry, cosmetics. The reason I say this is because everyone plays AK, everyone plays sniper, or the majority of the people that play the game do, so everyone's going to want AK and sniper skins to use, and everyone wears cosmetics, so headpieces, back blings, dyes especially, dyes are popping. If you can get dyes, you're chilling. But yeah, wearables, AKs, snipers, best items to go for. Make use of the market. Now, what this means is don't be afraid to sell some of your items and get some KR. Some of the biggest stonks I've made in this game is buying cheap contras off the market, or buying items from my viewers on Twitch or my friends that I trust. Having pure KR and being able to use it not only to buy items, but sometimes to use it in trades is really valuable. Because, pause the video right here. I just want to quickly say KR trades are risky. The devs do not recommend you use KR in trades. If you are trading pure KR, make sure if you're buying an item that person lists the item on the market and you buy it off the market. Don't be stupid with your KR. If someone says they're going to send you KR of a trade, they most likely won't. Don't be stupid and don't get scammed. Back to the video. Pure KR, or as it's called in trades, liquid KR, is always way more valuable than what that KR would be worth if it was in an item. Because it's pure KR, you can then go and buy whatever you want with that KR. So pure KR is always worth more. If you can get some things sold and you can get good deals, then having pure KR is always a brilliant idea. So that was my guide on how to trade. If you want to join any Discord servers to trade, Krunker Bunker and Krunker General Trading, I'll link them both in the description. Make sure you join my server as well, Kashy's Dungeon, approaching 2k members. My CSS is in there now, my settings are in there, my crosshair, my scope. As always, I love you guys. Use code Kashy. Come say hello, ask any questions you want to over on twitch.tv/Kashy. Anything else I need to plug? I don't think so. I fucking love you guys. Thanks for the support. Peace, guys.